Hello students, this is Bhagyesh sir. Today we are going to do poem number 6 from your English textbook. The name of the poem is Amanda. It's written by Robin Klein. Let's know something about the poet. You can see the picture of the poetess on the screen. Robin McMaw Klein is an Australian author of books for children. She basically writes for children and fiction for young adults. Some of her famous books are Hating Alison Ashley and People Might Hear You. Now, what is this poem about? The poem focuses on the upbringing of a small child whose name is Amanda. Amanda नाम की एक करीबन 9-10 साल की लड़की है जिसकी अपब्रिंगिंग मतलब उसका जो उछेर होता है उस पर फोकस कर रहा है. It focuses on the struggle which a child is facing. Poetess Robin Klein makes the important point that the children should never be deprived of their freedom. रॉबिन क्लेन का ये मानना है कि बच्चों को जो एक स्वतंत्रता मिलनी चाहिए उसको हमें छीनना नहीं चाहिए. However, it is the parents' responsibility to go for the proper upbringing of their child. But that should not make the children feel imprisoned. हालांकि ये पेरेंट्स की जिम्मेदारी है कि अपने बच्चों का सही तरह से उछेर किया जाए, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि उनको कैदी बना दिया जाए, इम्प्रिजन कर दिया जाए. Here, Amanda is ready to be acceptable by society, and this training wants her freedom to be cut short. Her imagination is not given sufficient space, and therefore it is making her annoyed. Amanda एक 9-10 साल की बच्ची है, उसका खुद का एक वर्ल्ड है और ये हमेशा इमेजिनेशन से घिरा रहता है. बार बार उसको रोकने और टोकने पर द गर्ल गेट्स annoyed. And this continuous annoyance was making her moody too much. Hence, the whole path of this poem is something with which we are all very much familiar. Let us go for the first stanza. Here is the stanza for you. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Well, here in this stanza, the poet is describing a little girl who is always pointed out by her mother for her mistakes and how she imagines her life to be. Now, both the things are contrasting. Mother wants the child to do this and that, whereas the child has her own world of imagination in which she wants to live in. The poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting nails, which is bad habit. According to mother, biting nail is bad habit, and she stops Amanda doing that in the public. Next, she asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulders, and sitting lazily is being pointed out because her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. Where parents always want their children to sit in straight posture, and Amanda's mother also wants the same from Amanda, and that is the reason she keeps on pointing her out every now. Now here the second stanza is given in bracket. In the world of language, this part is known as parenthesis. Now parenthesis actually are the thoughts expressed by character in the poem. Sometimes it is mentioned in the bracket, and here it is. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Here you can see the picture of mermaid. Mermaid का मतलब है जल परी, जिसका आधा शरीर मछली का होता है और आधा वुमन का होता है. Let us see. At this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother, she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. She says that she wants to be the only resident of this beautiful green sea. She imagines herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. जैसे समंदर में एक मरमेड, एक जल परी अपने मूड के मुताबिक तैरती रहती है, अपने मूड के और मन के मुताबिक इधर उधर घूमती रहती है, उसी तरह से अमेंडा भी उसी किस्म की जिंदगी जीना चाहती है. And here she imagines herself to be the mermaid. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feel the relaxing environment there. उसकी इच्छा है कि पानी का जो प्रवाह है वो अपने साथ उसको इधर उधर घुमाता रहे और वो रिलैक्स्ड एनवायरनमेंट में, रिलैक्स एटमॉस्फेयर में वहां अपनी जिंदगी जिए. What is second stanza? फिर से मदर की ओर से इंस्ट्रक्शंस अमेंडा के लिए. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now, here the poet said that Amanda's mother is inquiring her about whether she has done her homework or not. जैसे आमतौर पे पेरेंट्स को अपने बच्चे के होमवर्क के बारे में जो चिंता होती है, अमेंडा की मदर को भी वही चिंता है. एंड शी इंक्वायर्स आस्किंग वेदर शी हैज डन हर होमवर्क और नॉट. एंड देन शी आस्क हर वेदर शी हैज क्लीन हर रूम और नॉट. अपने रूम को उसने साफ किया, सही जगह पे सही चीजें रखी कि नहीं. मोर ओवर शी इज ऑल्सो रिमाइंडेड टू क्लीन हर शूज. उसको अपने जूते साफ करने की भी इंस्ट्रक्शन यहाँ दी जाती है मदर के द्वारा. सो here we can see that the mother is constantly asking her questions regarding her homework being done or not, or whether she has cleaned up her room and shoes or not. Now in the form of parenthesis, the next part is given. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. But on the other hand, while Amanda is listening to her mother's instruction, she imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming in the street. Orphan वो बच्चा होता है जिसके माँ बाप नहीं होते हैं, मर चुके होते हैं. This means that she imagines if she would have been without parent, she would have walked freely in the street. जैसे कोई orphan बच्चा, न उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन दी जाती है माँ बाप की ओर से क्योंकि माँ बाप होते नहीं है, ऐसे ही एक ऑर्फन बच्चे के तौर पे अपने आप को इमेजिन करती है. शी वॉन्ट्स टू वॉक फ्रीली इन द स्ट्रीट्स ऑफ द टाउन. शी वुड हैव ड्रॉन डिजाइन्स ऑन द सॉफ्ट डस्ट विथ हर अनकवर्ड फीट वेरी क्वाइटली. जैसे कोई ऑर्फन बच्चा गली में घूमते घूमते अपने पैर की उंगलियों से जैसे रेत पर डिजाइन बनाता रहता है, चलता जाता है, उसी तरह से वो भी करना चाहती है. सो वी कैन सी दैट शी थिंक्स ऑपोजिट टू हर मदर. Her mother wants her to keep everything neat and clean, but Amanda wants to play in dust with her bare feet. Moreover, she is so fed up of this constant instruction from her mother that she says silence is golden, which means that silence is very crucial and precious. Amanda को silence पसंद है, मदर की ओर से दी जाने वाले इंस्ट्रक्शंस को बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है. शी वॉन्ट्स एवरीथिंग टू बी क्वाइट एंड काम अराउंड हर. शी फर्दर सेज दैट फ्रीडम इज स्वीट. दिस मीन्स शी नेवर वॉन्ट्स टू बी अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ हर मदर. Here you can see the orphan child's picture. Amanda imagines herself in that way. Now what is there in the third stanza? Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Explanation says that next Amanda's mother is disallowing her to eat chocolates. बच्चों को जैसे चॉकलेट्स की आदत होती है, अमेंडा इज ऑल्सो अ चाइल्ड, उसको भी चॉकलेट पसंद है, वो भी खाती रहती है. एंड मदर इज डिसअलाउइंग हर टू डू दैट. शी रिमाइंड्स हर ऑफ पिंपल्स दैट अमेंडा फेसेस ड्यू टू ईटिंग चॉकलेट. अमेंडा के चेहरे पर जो छोटे मोटे मुहासे निकल आए हैं, पिंपल्स निकल आए हैं, उसको पॉइंट आउट करके मदर उसको चॉकलेट खाने का मना करती है. एट लास्ट शी स्कोल्ड्स हर फॉर नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन टू व्हाट हर मदर सेज. अमेंडा की एक आदत थी कि मदर जब उसको स्कोल्ड करती थी तो उसके साथ आंख नहीं मिलाती थी, वो दूसरी ओर देखती रहती थी, which annoyed Amanda's mother a lot, and she scolds her for not paying attention to what she says. In the parenthesis form, Amanda's world of imagination is given. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. One more character is introduced here, and that is the character of Rapunzel. Let us see what is this character. At this moment, Amanda imagines herself to be a Rapunzel. Here the picture of Rapunzel is given, you can see on the screen. Rapunzel was a character from a fairy tale. एक ये परियों की कहानी का एक कैरेक्टर है. That was captured in tower by a witch. एक विच के द्वारा रपुंजल नाम की एक राजकुमारी को ऊंचे टावर में कैद कर लिया जाता है. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of long hair of Rapunzel that were let down by her through the window. ये विच को जब भी उस टावर के ऊपर जाना था जहां रपुंजल को रखा गया था, तब ये विच रपुंजल को आवाज देती थी कि अपने लंबे जो बाल है वो नीचे फेंके, और उसको रस्सी बना के ये विच उस टावर के उस हिस्से तक पहुंचती थी ऊपर जहां रपुंजल को कैद किया गया था. So now Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in the tower will be peaceful and unusual. क्योंकि उस टावर के ऊपर वाले हिस्से में ओनली रपुंजल रहती थी, इसलिए वहां की दुनिया जो थी वो पीसफुल और काफी अनयूजुअल थी. She thinks she will be free and live in a peaceful environment in the tower. वो एक टावर के अंदर एक फ्री और पीसफुल एनवायरनमेंट के अंदर रहना चाहती थी. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her head down to anyone so that nobody could climb the tower. उसकी ये भी इच्छा थी कि किसी के भी आवाज देने पर वो अपने जो बाल थे वो नीचे की ओर फेंकेगी नहीं, ताकि उसको रस्सी बना के कोई ऊपर आ सके. Because she wanted to live alone, she wanted to live peaceful and in a peaceful environment. Unusual life she wanted to live. Stanza 4 में बताया जाता है कि stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Now Amanda's mother now warns her for behaving in a very odd manner. Amanda का जो odd behavior था वो mother को बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आता था. She asked her to stop being in a bad mood. Amanda हमेशा लटकाया हुआ मुंह करके बैठती थी because she did not want to be scolded by her mother. तो Amanda's mother told her not to be in bad mood. Moreover, she blames her on having such an unstable mood. उसका ये जो बार बार चेंज होने वाला जो मूड था वो मदर को बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था. She also scolds her by saying that her behavior will one day make people think that Amanda was constantly being harassed by her mother. मदर को ये चिंता थी कि अमांडा का ऐसा मुंह देख के लोग सोचेंगे कि अमांडा की मदर उसको बार बार स्कोल्ड करती रहती है, जिसकी वजह से इसका मुंह ऐसा बना हुआ है. So here we can say that though Amanda is always pointed out by her mother on every small thing, she can't react to this. If she reacts over this by getting emotional, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her that she should not behave like this, as others would think that Amanda's mother is very dominating towards her child. Amanda की मदर की ये बिल्कुल इच्छा नहीं थी कि इसकी गलत इंप्रेशन जाए लोगों में कि क्योंकि मदर की हैरेसमेंट की वजह से the child is in bad mood. Now let's conclude the poem. We can conclude the poem by saying that Amanda is not moody. She feels oppressed. Oppressed का मतलब है दबी हुई अपने आप को महसूस करती है because of her mother's constant nagging. She doesn't want to be pointed out for such small things like cleaning the room, sitting straight, cleaning her shoes, completing her homework, etc. She feels that she is not free and is under a constant pressure of trying to be a well-behaved girl as per her mother's demand. So this is the conclusion of the poem. Thanks for watching.